We're going back to the Rogers Center. Folks, it is tied 2-2 in the World Series. Your Blue Jays just came back in Game 4 and brought home a 6-2 win. This is Game 3 and Game 4 recaps powered by Perfect Sports Supplements, the best protein in Canada. You folks just saw Vladdy kick off the Blue Jays Game 4 victory with a 2-run home run on Shohei Ohtani. That home run alone, combined contract value, was $1.2 billion between Vladdy's 500 mil and Shohei's 700 mil. That was a big bang. And you folks got to witness what was probably one of the longest World Series games ever in 18 innings, where the Dodgers took home a 6-5 victory. Man, what are we going to do? You win some, you lose some. For you folks in Toronto on the East Coast, you stayed up to 3 in the morning. I can't get over the fact that you guys were able to do that. Shout out to you. Shout out to your employers for letting you come to work slightly under the weather, maybe with a little bit less rest than you needed. But this is what you do when you're in the World Series. You got to support your team through and through. We are tied 2-2 thanks to an amazing Game 4 from the Blue Jays, where they played Blue Jays baseball the entire game. Base hits, bringing home the runners, and the boys were buzzing. You folks saw it firsthand. This team is electric. I don't think I've seen a team that's worked or collaborated as well together as these Blue Jays do. Shane Bieber said it himself. Chris Bassett said it as well. He's been a part of Oakland A's organizations that were tight-knit. This Toronto team is second to none. And you folks are seeing it firsthand with the way that they're playing together, with the way that Kirk is banging bombs out of this baseball field. And you've got boys from all ends of the world coming together to perform for this Blue Jay team and to unite one nation here in Canada. That nice little flag right there. Do we want to talk about Game 3? Like, that was tough to watch. 18 innings, you bring in a position player in the 18th inning to try and close out the Los Angeles Dodgers against Freddie Freeman, of all people. He's already got a World Series walk-off home run for the Atlanta Braves. Why the heck are we letting this guy do it again for the Blue Jays? I know we don't want to talk about the fact that we walked Shohei Ohtani 42 times in that game, but what, you're going to let the guy continue to just bang balls out of the ballpark after 2 home runs and 2 doubles? No, I don't think so. Smart move by the Blue Jays general manager John Schneider and coaching staff to walk the guy every single opportunity you can. He's the best hitter in the game. You don't want to let this guy continue to demolish your team. Let them continue to beat you outside of guys named Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, or Freddie Freeman. We didn't do that. Obviously, this was a game where it could have gone either way. We left a ton of players on base. Unfortunately, you send a guy like Schneider home to try and get that last run. It didn't work out for us in that game, but I loved the aggressive energy that the Blue Jays brought to Game 3, and they were trying to score runs. They were forcing the issue and trying to have the Dodgers make mistakes, which ultimately you're going to have to do. You're playing against the best, one of the best organizations in the world. You're playing against one of the best organizations in the world. You're going to have to score runs, and you got to do that in uncharacteristic fashions. That means bringing home base runners from a variety of different ways, whether you're getting walks, whether you're getting base hits, or whether you're banging home runs like Vladdy was, okay? This is what you got to do. Unfortunately, Game 3, you know what? We lose that 6-5. One of the best World Series games you're going to ever witness. For those who went to the Rogers Center, kudos to you. Comment below if you were at the Rogers Center, what time you stayed up until that night, whether you went to work the next day. That's insane. Honestly, I couldn't do it. I was at work, but man, alive but barely breathing, I think is the way the quote goes. Game 4, I was worried. I'm not going to lie to you. You can't come back as an athlete after losing a game and then within less than 24 hours coming and trying to perform your best again. Obviously, the boys were a little bit fired up, frustrated from that 18th inning loss, and they came out swinging. Vladdy got the boys going with that 2-run homer. Again, as I mentioned off Shohei, the largest cumulative home run contract value ever, I'm assuming. If not, it's pretty crazy. Either way, Blue Jays came back strong. They recognized the fact that they needed a big outing from Bieber. He performed. He didn't have his best stuff early on, but he battled hard. And honestly, these Blue Jays don't go away. They continue to perform. They continue to put up runs. They simply will not be stopped. And that is something that people should be worried about if you're a Dodgers fan in particular, because baseball teams that don't go away are going to be an issue at the end of games, 7th, 8th, 9th inning, and that's what they did in Game 4. You saw the base hits that the Blue Jays were able to put up consistently battering home batters. What was the final score? 6-2. I think they had a few base hits in that 7th inning that really solidified that victory for them. Without consistent hitting and putting that ball in play, those Blue Jays do not win that game. So, keys to success. It's a best-of-3 series now. Game 5 in LA tonight. We're going back to the Rogers Center for Game 6, hopefully Game 7 as well if needed. But I think the Blue Jays got a good shot here. I like our home field advantage over the Dodgers 10 out of 10 times. You got Sydney Sweeney showing up there. I mean, is she even a Dodgers fan? Who knows? I don't know. But what I do know is the fact that this has been an amazing World Series. I super appreciate you folks tuning in, consuming our content on a weekly basis. Shout out to Perfect Sports. If you haven't used their stuff, use the code AP15 at checkout to save 15% on all your sports supplements. And let us know down below who you think is going to win Game 5, Game 6, who's going to win this World Series. Are there going to be some surprise, maybe upsets, maybe individuals who perform outside of what they typically do? Guys like Addison Barger, who's been throwing people out from outfield, banging home runs. Who's going to be that superstar that shows up and puts up that run that they need when the time comes? Guy like Ernie Clement, who's been clutch all year long, that's who I'm picking. Let me know down below who you think is going to be performing for the Blue Jays. Here we go. We want it all.